guys, how's it going? It's Jordan Beach again here. We're going to be doing a live reacts and enjoying the showcase, the ID at Xbox showcase. You're going to see a lot of indie games for this, so I'm very, very excited. Things coming to the Xbox ecosystem, if you will. A lot of things I'm hoping to see. Origami 2. I think Ollie World is something I'm very excited to hopefully get some more information on. But yeah, hopefully you'll join us. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can always catch our content live over at twitch.tv/thejordanbeach. That's Monday through Friday, and split screen episodes every Friday evening. So come hang out, come have a good time, talk about video games, and share some laughs. So appreciate you guys. Thanks. Whew, I'm excited. We'll see what happens, but my expectations for shows in general aren't really ever, they're not huge. Like I don't like to go like this is going to be the best showcase ever, but it's just a good time to see a bunch of new games get introduced. So we'll see. Hopefully this works out. Yes. Also, I have my Dr. Pepper cream soda, so I'm ready to go. Also, I apologize for how bright this is. I literally have my main screen in front of me and it's a whole white thing, so let's go. Yes. Hydrate. Cheers to you, Rin.
Welcome to ID at Xbox Showcase. I am Megan Camarena, also known as Strawberry17 Plays on Twitch. What's up?
Hi, and I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind
Steve!
Gamer Steve here on Twitch.
I love
welcome,
Steve Saylor.
Everyone, welcome chat. I see a few people in here. I see Panda Ninja 1345, Legend of the Baby, and Belly on Solo. Thank you so much all for tuning in today. I am really, really excited because today we're
I love Steve.
indies at Xbox. Megan, how like as hype level from 1 to 10, how are you?
I'm over 9,000. Okay, Steve?
Yes.
Indie games are just like my favorite thing in the entire world. It's like someone had a crazy idea and they're like, let's turn it into a video game. And that's what makes my heart soar. Truly.
I love that because I'm going to need your help because, of course, I'm more of the AAA side. I play some indies here and there, but I come from that side of things. So I want to be able to, like, could you be my guide, my coach? Could you be my coach Ted Lasso today for all of indies?
Better yet, I'm gonna be your Uncle Iroh. Okay?
There we go.
You're gonna be
now we're talking.
my Zuko, and I'm gonna show you the light, the greener pastures of indie gaming, and it's just gonna be. It's going to be a spiritual experience, okay? So heat up that tea. We're about to jump right in.
Yes,
let's go.
Awesome. I'll have to grab some tea later. So for chat, for those who are watching, just to kind of like set things up, here's what's going to happen today. We're basically going to be about 2 hours of a ton of different stuff. And no, I wish, believe me, I wish I could be able to say what the release date is for Halo Infinite, but that is not the goal for today. Today is all about indies. We have so much stuff planned for you.
Halo can sit down for a second, okay? It's the indies gamed
Sarah
time to
Bond.
shine.
Ooh, let's
Master
go.
Chief.
New gameplay trailers, game demo,
he can wait.
trailer
he
reveal.
can chill for a bit. It's okay.
Chat dev.
He's got all winter. He's
Damn,
got a
holy
20th
shit. Okay.
anniversary waiting for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, so on today's show, we'll be showcasing and celebrating indie Xbox games, and we'll have many talented devs joining us throughout the day to talk about their games, including
2 hours,
Neon
man.
Drive,
I did not expect
the
this.
Veil Shadow of the Crown, Stardew Valley. Yes, we have an announcement for Stardew Valley. And Space Lines from the Far Out. And we'll also be joined by guest streamers for some fun interviews and actual live gameplay demos of some of the games we're going to be talking about today, including we're going to have some streamers that Bronze Girl, Ocadrian, and Snowlit.
I'm going to move my ass to the side. Hold on.
Exclusive interview with Sarah Bond, head of
Sarah
game
Bond
creator
is...
experience at Microsoft. And throughout the day, we'll be dropping exclusive new game trailers and let you know what games are coming to Game Pass. So this is a first look. No one's seen this before.
Never before seen ever. And I love it. I love it. I'm
gonna
always excited.
have a hard time containing myself because, like, at like E3, whenever an Annapurna logo comes up, I'm the one that's screaming in the crowd. So if that happens today, I might not be able to contain myself. I'm just letting you know. I just get really hyped for indie games.
I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to like be here with that reaction with you. And also, speaking of you, chat. You're going to be a big part of today's show. I know you didn't sign up, like may not sign up for this, but this is your job for today.
Well, they always sign up for it. Come on, it's Twitch.
Exactly. Make sure to take part using the chat. We'll be sending your thoughts, your questions, and we'll call you out all throughout the day. And I am just, I'm really, really excited. So chat, come on, join in.
Yeah. And as a reminder, chat, all Twitch gaming shows are co-streamable. So join in on the fun and co-stream our shows, because why not?
Exactly. And I can attest, I've been a co-streamer for this. So this is great. And it's also DMCA free, which is a ton of fun.
Love that.
It goddamn better be.
All right, and so throughout today's, we're going to be showing a bunch of
going to have to go here.
and
Loads of love
trailers,
and
so make
safe
sure to
folks.
share
Catch you
your
soon.
reactions here in Twitch chat.
Mermaid, thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow. If not, that's all right. We'll see you in a little bit. Have a great day. We'll see you. Let's go, baby. I've got survival vibes, like exploration, survival. Uh-oh. Lightyear Frontier. Fuck yeah, we'll do that. Hell yeah. Whoops. Lightyear Frontier. All right, let's go. Okay, I'm liking it. Yeah, don't tell Hermes. That seems right up Hermes' alley. I'm not gonna lie.
From our homes by the toxic spores, we kept wandering, looking for shelter. But not in our wildest dreams did we imagine what we would find.
Interesting.
After all this time, we were given an opportunity. Together we will cross this vast poison.
Holy shit.
In search of a place yet untainted. Using everything we can find. To build a society that can protect.
Oh, this art style though.
Human and animal alike.
Wow. Okay, so a civilization builder. Pretty much. Art style though. I'm digging the contrast with the characters, or the actual character models versus the environment. Uh-oh. Aw. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, skit. The Wandering Village. That was awesome looking. Holy shit. That was really cool. Or pop-up book field art. Yeah, it's exactly written. That's great. Whoa.
I am Sarah. My algorithms suggest you might enjoy wanton, fun-solving puzzles. Do you feel more engaged knowing that you are being evaluated by your community?
Yeah, definitely. Wait, what?
Good. I will now gauge your interest in multiplayer. I am helping. We are doing this together. We are bonding as people bond by doing at home. Do not panic. All of my systems are normal. 200% normal. 3000% normal.
Oh.
Completely normal.
Lab rat? That looks fun as shit. I'll put a star next to that one. That one looks fun.
What?
Wow.
One looks fun.
Wait, where do we start? There's robots that farm, and then there's like Another like farming simulator, basically.
Oh my gosh, on the back of a turtle?
Yes. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about Avatar, The Last Airbender. That just gave me like those kind of vibes. Holy
It totally
smokes.
did.
And
Oh
one
my
of those games,
gosh.
did it say Game Freak? Did I see that?
I think, yeah, I think it did for Lightyear Frontier. That one looks cool. So legit, I love. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna go back to as far as Firefly. I love any kind of space show that has a bunch of like kind of country sort of guitar to it, soundtrack. That just warms the cockles of my heart.
The cockles of your heart. I love these type of games because speaking of Stardew Valley,
I didn't say
like
Game
Roller
Freak.
Coaster Tycoon. I also play like a lot of app games like Mini Motorways
It didn't say Game
or
Freak.
Outlanders, and it's all about kind of setting up your town and your community and watching it thrive. And the first and second game both looked like a lot of that.
Yeah, so they're actually so this is a sequel then.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
I don't know. I'm just I'm curious. You're the guide.
Oh no, I don't think it's a sequel. I'm just saying these are the types of games I love to play.
Oh, these are the types of games. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because this one it's no, it's fine. It looks like it's kind of like a No Man's Sky, but like maybe a little bit of like multiplayer kind of thing or co-op at least. So that looks really
they
cool.
said
Now,
Game Freak, which Game Freak is Pokemon
What are your
stuff like
excitement
Game Freak is what?
Ooh, it looks like I love
Right?
the little,
Game Freak is
story
Pokemon
in the
stuff?
beginning. It kind of like made my heart a little tender. Chat says they're stoked to play. It looks super cute. This is such a
it's frustrating. Here's my issue. Here is my only problem I have with these types of shows, right?
And how do we like progress throughout the game?
They said, did that say Game Freak? And it's like they weren't even paying attention, right? That's the only problem that I have.
Civilization?
So I don't know.
Skyscrapers? Like what?
Holy shit! I'm in her microphone.
You know?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, like that would be interesting.
That's the only problem I have. It's like I understand you're letting new people onto the screen.
Stardew Valley kind of vibe, which already like I was kind of set, like I was already.
I know Steve. I know Steve. I've watched a lot of his stuff. He's big into the accessibility community, which is awesome. You want more people to play. You know, just different ways for different things for people to include in games for more people to play it. But
I know. This is so cool. Whoa, they got flamethrowers? Look at that.
Flamethrowers.
What's happening there? How do you
Oh my gosh. I'm kind of wondering that too, because now it looks like so that looks like a skeleton of an old turtle. Does that mean we get to find like other people's turtles and other people's like villages?
Oh my gosh, and what if you could like trade resources or something like that?
Ooh, I like
What if there's zombie people on the dead dinosaurs?
Zombies! Oh my gosh! Okay. I am. Now that's cool. Now let's talk about Lab Rat here. I'm getting Portal vibes from this, like 1000%.
Right?
Yeah.
It looks like a little bit of a puzzler.
I don't even know who this Steve. I don't know who Strawberry 17 plays, but I do know Steve, like I mentioned.
I was like, wait, what?
Exactly, yeah.
Not personally.
Like, sort of like it makes it seem kind of like a GLaDOS, sort of like like they seem nice. It seems nice, but then it's just like chat.
It looked really
is
good.
Never always our friend in games, and it looks like that.
Maybe I can turn this down.
Is fine. Quote unquote. I'm already like scared of what that AI can do.
Weird.
Sarah, come on.
I mean, it looks like you need a big brain for that last game.
They look good though. Those games look fantastic. I think Lightyear Frontier will be a fun multiplayer game.
Because I know it's a little bit cheaty, but I'll sit there and be like,
I also feel like
there's always that one smart person in chat that's like up, down, left, right, and then turn around. And then
it would be a great co-op game. It looked like co-op when they showed the 4 different colored robots at the end, or mechs, if you will. It looks a lot like something Hermes would enjoy, depending on how it plays.
Kind of like a ghost system, being like, okay, well, how did everyone else?
Trekkie. What's going on, John Rambo? How are you? Hello.
I kind of want to see more about this game. I want to know more about it.
But I'm kind of excited to see what happens.
Well,
that game.
I guess we're gonna intro the next trailer. We have
Lab Rat looks fun too with somebody. I think I would play. That seems like something I would play with Knick-Knack.
And new features future trailers.
And also,
Let's
Wandering Village just
take
looks
a
interesting.
look.
Yes.
Let's go. More stuff. Let's go. All right, what do we got? Oh, I've seen this one. I haven't heard of it for a long time. Skit, you mentioned Paper Mario, right? This looks good. This looks interesting. This game looks very interesting. I'm looking around. Everything keeps changing as you look around, like the edge of the actual sketchbook. RPG time, The Legend of Wright. Oh my gosh.
Hi there, I'm Simon Bennett from award-winning studio Roll7, and this is our new game, Ollie Ollie World.
Oh, let's go. This game looks fun, dude.
It's a bold new action platformer that's bursting with personality, with a cartoon-inspired art
Yes.
style,
Yes.
approachable yet deep mechanics, and a slick soundtrack to boot. But who are you in all of this? Well, we're excited to reveal today that you can be whoever you want to be. For the first time
cool.
in the series, you can fully customize your character from your body type and skin tone to your dress sense and skateboard. You have full control, so you can choose the vibe that suits you. But of course, it's more than just picking the right moustache.
Mustache. Oh, let's go. Handlebar.
Twiggies, as well as tie-dye stone threads from Face Melter, there are hundreds of different clothing items to choose from. Unlock and combine as you explore Ollie Ollie World. Want to skate in your flip-flops? We got you covered. Want to wear a bumblebee onesie? Alright, no worries. In Ollie Ollie World, as long as you're on a board, anything goes.
Bumblebee onesie is my
But
kink,
that's
you know?
not all. We're also giving you the ability to shape how you skate and the kind of style you have. Go retro with loads of old school grabs, play it steezy with a running start, or take the high road with your rival pose. All of this combines to allow you to really make your character your own and stand out in the community challenge modes with your own personality. And finally, I'm excited to announce that if you play Ollie Ollie World on Xbox Series consoles, then you'll be able to experience the sublime flow state gameplay in up to super smooth 120 frames a second.
Let's go.
And beautiful 4K resolution. Ollie Ollie World also supports smart delivery and is coming to Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One this winter.
Ollie Ollie World this winter. That is 2021. Winter 2021. Oh shit. I'm here. Hey, Dusty Mop, what's going on? Hello, hello. All right, I don't want to cry. This game looks pretty. Oh shit. The fuck was that hand? Is the hand the evil thing? You bastard. Inked A Tale of Love. Ooh, that one's coming out soon. What did I say? August 21st? August 27th?
Moving around so much, bobblehead.
When are we gonna get another case, Sam?
Okay, don't scream this time.
Oh my gosh.
Sam and Max reporting for duty.
You said duty.
You remember that game I loved in Game Pass, Undermine? Yeah, I do.
Where do we start, Sam?
No idea. Let's go.
When you love what you do, it doesn't even feel like work.
We've got to stop that fiend from hypnotizing anyone else.
Pretty sharp, but gruff.
Don't call me that.
What did I say?
Shouldn't we revel a little?
Our journey to the dark side has just begun.
Available today. Whoa! I didn't even get to catch that title of that. Holy shit. Well, it just got out of Game Pass and didn't announce new deals.
Wait, available today? Sam and Max remastered? What?
Oh, remastered. Let's go. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
God. Oh.
Inked comes out on the 27th, which is like not too far away, if I can math
That's
correctly.
also true. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. All right. First off, okay.
Wait,
Sam and
first,
Max.
first.
I remember
Go
playing
back
that as a kid.
Really?
Reverse. So Sam and Max Save the World remastered. The fact that it's available today, okay, I'm excited. I think I'm gonna. Not gonna lie. Sorry, folks. At Twitch game, I'm gonna go download it right now. I'm gonna start
playing it right now in the background.
Yeah, like peace out. I'm out.
Okay, wait. Let's go back to
cool.
RPG time. The very first one. Have you ever played Lost Worlds Beyond the Page?
No, I haven't.
It's an indie game where basically as you play the game, a journal kind of fills up and things you
Just took it
draw
out
or you
of
could
Game
create
Pass
the
and announced
drawings or the
DLC.
words.
Of course they did.
And I
Of course
love
they
those
did.
type of games. They're like my favorite. And The Legend of Wright kind of
That makes
it
sense
looks
though.
like that,
Let me turn
right?
these people down a little bit.
Where at first it was giving me Super Mario vibes.
This looks great.
I love
This game right here looks
journal
freaking
as the gameplay
fantastic.
Where things get colored in and reveal themselves as you start playing and exploring.
This thing looks
more
really,
of the
really
page.
cool.
It's so pretty, and the art style is just fantastic.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, no, that looks really, really cool. And I mean, I'm always on the lookout for a new sort of like RPG to kind of sink like my time into. And this kind of has like a cool, like if I was bored in school, sitting at my desk and I was just sort of like just doodling in my notepad.
This guy reminds me of the guy at GameStop at Concord Mall. Carrie, I think his name was.
Like myself doing, like just coming up with this sort of crazy world that.
Oh man,
like this is.
I know who you're talking about, John Rainbow, for sure.
The visuals are just so fun too.
That's a deep one right there.
It reminds me of Toy Story a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. You know, it has all these different elements where it's like super refreshing for the eye to see. It looks so fun. It looks super cute, and it looks like it's gonna be a really, really good time. I wonder what the story is. That kid is. Oh.
And it's coming this winter, so there we go. We're gonna have
right
some
around the
fun
corner.
games, like indie games, to be able to play in the winter. So I love that. Now let's talk about Ollie Ollie World because.
Have you played Ooblets?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Oh my goodness. That's another like really great game on Xbox. But this game kind of reminds me of that just a little bit. But it's skateboarding, and I love skateboarding.
Reminds you because of the art style looks similar.
I've been skating for the last 20 years. So any kind of skateboarding game.
Damn. Blast from the past. Exactly.
Okay, because I was gonna say
Exactly.
like this is kind of giving me like I can't skateboard to save my life because being blind, you know, eye-hand coordination or eye-feet coordination doesn't seem to work out too well. But I do remember playing like Tony Hawk and all that back in the day. So like, and even I think there was like even playing skate for a little bit. So this kind of gives me kind of like a nice cartoon like 90s vibe.
A little bit like Rocket Power. Casey22 says it's Ooblets meets Tony Hawk. Definitely.
Oh, I love that. That's
Yeah.
And then like Sam and Max too, like that like remastered.
Inked too.
Yeah.
That's gonna make me cry. That's gonna make me ugly cry. And
Yeah, that game will be emotional.
Game that makes me ugly cry. All right.
Ollie Ollie World.
That got creepy near the end there. I was like, I was on board. It was like cool.
RPG time.
I'm like, this is
The
gonna be a
Legend
nice
of
kind
Right.
chill time, and then all of a sudden this hand, like a hand of God, comes out of nowhere and like kidnaps one of your friends. What?
Steve, my butt clenched. Okay, I don't know if I could say that, but it did.
You can say that.
I get it. I get it. I was,
oh my
in there
goodness.
with you. I was like, wait, what? Okay, what's going on? I need to know now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. So all right, chat. We're like, and I know, and I get it. A lot of talky, not a lot of gameplay, not a lot of trailers. I understand that. But think of this as also like a reveal trailer, but also a little bit of reaction streams that you see with your friends. So that's kind of what we're in for today. But chat, buckle up, exactly, because we have an amazing guest here.
Let's go, Sarah Bond. Hell yeah.
We're
I'm excited about it.
Today's showcase is focused on celebrating all the amazing indie games coming to Xbox soon. And Sarah Bond, who is the head of creator experience at Microsoft, will be joining us in a moment to share her thoughts on this incredible indie.
Oh man, I'm so excited about this.
Say hello,
it's gonna be good.
Look at all the amazing work coming from ID at Xbox.
Oh, Exodus Rising retweeted my ID at Xbox showcase tweet. Oh, let's go. I love those guys. Oh, I love those. Oh, I love that team so much. Oh, Planet of Lana. Oh my god. Yeah, this one looks very, very fun. God, they're hitting all the good ones. Sable looks fantastic. Mad Streets just looks chaotic and fun. This one looks adorable. Okay. Little Ace Combat vibes from that. I like it. Soup pot. Okay. Ah, dude, it's so cool seeing games like this. Oh yeah, I'm up for a twin stick shooter. Paparazzi. Pokemon Snap, but with puppies. Oh man, what a good program. What an awesome program to be in.
Thanks for joining us, Sarah.
Gosh. Sarah, hello.
That was awesome. Hi, how are you guys? Thanks for having me.
Good. How are you?
I am great. I'm having a great summer, but I just love seeing all of those games. They just, every time I see ID games, it makes me smile.
Me too. Sarah, okay, for anyone who doesn't know, could you tell us a little bit about your role at Microsoft?
Yeah, so I lead game creator experience at Microsoft, which means that my team and I, we get to manage all the relationships we have with game developers around the world, but we also develop the tools and services that game creators use to make their games.
It's so amazing what you guys do, and I can't tell you how much it means to me as a gamer, because we're showcasing a lot of games from developers who are publishing for their very first time that may not have the platform or
my goodness,
the funding
how
to be
awesome
able to see their dream come to pass. And the ID at Xbox program,
so cool of them.
It helps
that pillow I want
in such a beautiful way.
The pillow.
What excites you most about that fact?
That pillow is pretty great.
So many
is that a Minecraft one behind it?
About ID at Xbox and what it
anything on the shelf? Huh? No.
Is extremely
nope, nothing here. No hints here.
Beautiful because you get to tell a
story turn this up a little
from
bit.
a point of view.
That pillow right there is awesome. I think you can, right? You have to be able to. Hold on.
Why we created
Xbox
to make it possible for
pillow.
any dev to have an idea, to create it, and bring it to Xbox. Because that means that we get to hear their stories, and it creates enormous opportunity for them. So that
not exactly what I had in mind.
You know, what I loved about it is the games look amazing, but it showcases developers from around the world, developers from different backgrounds, all-female-led studio, non-binary devs, a solo African.
I'll now be the first to see next in game indies during this exclusive. Hey, let's go.
Those are voices that today aren't as represented in our industry as we would like, and they get to actually come to console for the first time with ID at Xbox.
I love that because you mentioned in regards to like diverse developers, like there's a wide variety of devs out there from everything from AAA to indie, and I love what ID at Xbox.
Look at that helmet.
Like,
let's go.
Side, like I come from.
Damn, look at all this stuff he has.
What Xbox has been able to provide developers in regards to accessibility guidelines and play testing and all that stuff, and it seems
N7
that,
helmet, man.
like Xbox provides
I'm
a
super
lot
jealous.
of resources
I want that so
and
bad.
tools for developers to try to be able to make kind of their dream game how they wanted to. So what role does ID at Xbox play when supporting those independent game creators and get their games published within Xbox?
Yeah, I love that you point that out. So ID at Xbox is this incredible program. You can, if you want to make a game, if you're a game developer, you aspire to make a game, all you have to do is go to id@xbox.com, the website. You can register. Once you're registered, you get to communicate with our team. And when you have your game concept, you submit your game concept. And when the game concept is approved, we give you the tools that you need to make that game. So you'll get 2 free dev kits. You get full access to the SDK and all of the guidelines. What a cool ass program, man. Game. And then at the end of the cycle, when your game is complete and you're ready to submit, you can submit the title, get it certified and published, and also continually be able to update that title for free on our platform. So it really makes the process of publishing a game very, very easy and self-service for all developers globally.
That's what it's about. I wonder. I would like to talk to indies about this, like other developers.
Games that we're announcing today, as well as what you've kind of already previously been announced, like just even seeing that hype trailer, which is so awesome. What, like, for you personally, what is like ID at Xbox's proudest accomplishment to date?
Gosh, that's a hard one.
I know. It's hard, like trying to pick your children.
I know, like it's really hard. It's probably one of the parts of my job that I love most, just because of what we get to see and all the incredible experiences. But I would just say that, since ID at Xbox has launched, we've actually brought more than 2,000 games to Xbox, and game developers have made over $2 billion in revenue from the ID at Xbox.
Jesus Christ!
And that just makes me.
Is that robot farming? Yes. No, that game's gonna. It's called
opportunity that otherwise wouldn't exist for developers.
What is it called? It's called
experienced by players that might have never otherwise seen the world. And I just love that.
This is what the game's called.
Wait to see it continue.
Lightyear Frontier. That's what it's called.
I love that, and also keeping kind of expanding on that a bit. Like we've seen like indies make like a huge splash in the industry over the past few years, and even more so over the course of this past year within the pandemic, when people are just trying to find games to be able to play. So are you surprised that the indie game space has captured worldwide attention and also huge fan bases?
I mean, honestly, not at all. When I first started in this role, that was one of the things that really attracted me to it. There are games and brands that we all know and love, but in the indie space, you continuously see just creations, experiences, technological breakthroughs that are at the forefront of the industry. And I love that people are seeing that more, enjoying it more. It's part of our industry that we've been embracing more and more. And I also have loved all that we've been able to do with indies through Game Pass, which has really accelerated the ability for them to be discovered and played globally. So
she has been absolutely killing it with ID at Xbox, as well as being head of Game Pass, pretty much. Absolutely killing it.
Possible for teams of all sizes to create their vision fully.
I think you touched on something that I absolutely love, and I know that you are obviously a huge fan of Game Pass. I am as well, for accessibility purposes, because it allows us to be able to kind of have that the day of the demos again, which is so cool. You can download a game, try it out. If it doesn't work for you, you can delete it and try a different one. And I love that sort of like you're using kind of like indies and at Xbox.
That's a pretty cool way of thinking about it.
Game Pass forward. So how is that working with Game Pass with the indie studios to try to like kind of combine the two together, kind of make like this amazing experience for developers?
Yeah, I mean, developers do love Game Pass. It's a great service for players, like you said, because you get to try games, but it's also a great service for developers, and particularly indie developers, because it drives discovery. So we see that
True.
games that go into
There's so
Game
many
Pass,
games being
engagement
released
in
though
those
that
games goes up about
there's
8
no way they
times
would put
versus
all
otherwise.
every game in there.
And people
There's
who
got to be a
subscribe to
limit,
Game
which
Pass
sucks.
play about
But
40% more games, and they play way more genres because people are willing to try something they wouldn't as other before. And because indies, by their very nature, are most often something we haven't seen before, it's something creative and new, it's hugely valuable to them.
yes,
And I think it's really changed how a lot of us think of gaming. Because
not a whole lot of
before,
footage. Yeah, I
you know,
think
people might
honestly,
say, look, I'm only gonna buy
John Rambo,
2
this is the
games
first
for a
that I've
brand
seen
I
on
know.
it.
Now
I've
with
seen
Game
of it,
Pass,
so it
with
might just have been
subscription, you can
announced
try
today.
all of these
You know what I mean?
games and continue to explore and learn and see things that are new and exciting.
It's
awesome.
also so cool the marketing behind ID at Xbox. These indie developers, you know, they can have a really good idea and a cool game, but it could go up on Steam and no one ever gets to play it or see it. And you guys have such a great platform to be able to showcase and
Announce
sell
videos
the
only
game
shit. Yeah, I
to
got you.
people
Okay.
who might not
I'm
normally play
definitely
it.
intrigued though.
That's been my favorite thing. I love going through and watching the trailer.
Definitely
I love,
intrigued.
The showcases, they're just like kind of my absolute favorite thing. So my final question for you is: how do developers get involved at ID at Xbox? How do they make their dream game come true? And how do you guys help them?
Look, I mean, just reach out. It seems amazing that it's that simple, but if you go to id@xbox.com, you register, you get to talk to our team, we'll lean in and help you. And I love the other thing you mentioned, because the help it starts with developing the game, but we also are really committed to marketing our ID at Xbox games. We love having them in the E3 showcase. We love having live streams with them. We love showcasing them on the Dash, bringing them into Game Pass. And really
Real quick. I'm going to put the link for Discord
the first step is easy, which is just
in the chat. So I'm going to put an entire list of games that have been talked about or announced today in the Discord. So if you guys want to check out any of that, I would greatly appreciate it. Think about joining our Discord. If you're watching on YouTube, the link will be down below in the description. So hang on to that. Join our Discord. There's a specific channel for indie games coming out that we're kind of excited about. Not just me, but community-wise, what we're all looking forward to.
You're the ultimate badass at Xbox, and I love it to be able to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So
I love Sarah.
Sarah said
I'm going to put a whole list in indie games to check out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I could be friends with Sarah.
I am very excited about it.
I said I'm friend, but it is
So
like, I think it was
please check it out. Like I said, YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, check in the description. Live in chat, I've gone ahead and put it in the chat as well.
I just need to work on that email. You know, just gotta submit that.
The introductory email, yeah. You know, have like coffee with tea, whatever. I like that. Cool.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Exactly, I like this brainstorming. Cool. Well, thank you so much again to Sarah for joining us today. We have more trailer reveals for you right now.
Oh, let's go,
Next
baby.
Up, new gameplay and new features trailers. Let's take a look.
Let's go, baby.
There's stuff happening. Oh, keep react. Okay, you know what? Take a pause. We had a bit of technical difficulties in there. Just to let you know, it's okay. We're trying to build.
Steve, I disappeared.
To get it fixed. I just
Someone
disappeared.
took
Oh
over.
no!
It's not even Monday. It's Tuesday, and my computer just was like, you know what? We're just gonna hack things up.
Yeah, it just didn't want to work well and play with others. So
that ever happened to you, where things just don't go how they're supposed to? Technology fails you, and you're just like,
it happens. It happens. It totally happens. It's all good. So instead of entry trailers, we're actually gonna jump into a really cool gameplay segment. So up next, we have That Bronze Girl is going to be joined by another Twitch gaming regular, Adrian. You've seen him here before for a live. I love him too. For a live gameplay demonstration of Eon Drive with the dev team.
Okay.
Eon Drive, an action platformer with a speedrunning twist. In Eon Drive, you can rush through cyberpunk landscapes of Neo Barcelona while using time and space bending abilities to get ahead.
Eon Drive, huh?
The Eon Drive team and our playtester Adrian to the ID at Xbox showcase. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. What are we working with? Holy shit, I'm already in. Critical Reflex. Too Awesome Studio. has a new hero. Okay, this looks fast and fun as shit. Pardon my language. But very difficult.
We're through. Let's get to it. Wait, who are you?
Oh, no way. Compete in PvP? What? Local and online. Nice. Good, good, good. Huh. Fall 2021. Got it. Aeon Drive. Did I spell that right? I did. Okay. I like that they're giving quarters or seasons, if you will, and not sticking to a date. I kind of like it a lot.
Hello, I am that bronze girl, and I'm here with Ocadrian. We are going to be speaking with the devs of
Yeah, put on that lotion, my man.
Today.
Let's go.
How's everyone feeling?
Fine, thanks.
Hello,
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Hello.
So, I'm sorry. I think I might have a little bit of a delay. So we got to take a look at some of the gameplay for Aeon Drive.
Oh boy.
That Ocadrian was
Oh boy,
running
oh boy.
through. Aeon Drive is set in Neo Barcelona. Can I ask what the inspiration for this location was?
Well, that was pretty easy. Most of the team is from Barcelona, from the actual Barcelona city. So we wanted to kind of bring a parallel version of our city and show it to the world in a.
Why are you? What are you lotioning up for? During your interview, what are you doing?
The soundtrack was also absolutely amazing.
Sir,
do you have any touchstones for what inspired you for the music, or any artists you were excited to work with?
Yeah, we've been working with Music Vortex. He's a composer in the Netherlands and has created the whole soundtrack for Aeon Drive. It's mostly synth based. We try to go for this kind of cyberpunk type of vibe, and but it was at one point we decided as well to mix in a bit of retro music from the 80s, so pop music from the 80s. So if you pay attention to the soundtrack, you may hear some tunes that remind you of that. We also have one special track that's been done by special guest Megan McDuffie, where we have voice as well. She sings in the song, and yeah, that's what we did.
Hell yeah!
Fantastic. I saw that that there's like a Discord integration, and that there's the ability to play co-op as well as competitively. Do you mind going into that a little bit on how
Discord integration?
Yep, once the game launch, there will be the mode to play the campaign in co-op, so you can play with up to 3 friends, so that would make 4 of you. You can play together. And there will also be a PvP mode where you can go and race all the tracks. And
that'll be cool. Oh, you're racing. Got you. Okay. So it's not like a...
you know, with games like these, I
what
find
is
sometimes
Discord
like
integration?
side-scrolling platformers, they're very difficult. But it seems like the protagonist actually has some special powers at her sort of whims to help you get through the level. Do you mind going into that a little bit about how that works?
Yeah. This is Jack. You can see her now. She will have her trustworthy sword to slice some enemies along the way, and her teleportation dagger that you can use. We will see it now. There you go. She can use it to teleport through, space and time. All the levels feature a 30-second timer, but you can add time to the clock. So even though it's like focus on speed running and beating the timer, we also wanted to cater for people that want a more, relaxed approach.
Can you
they
throw it
want
up?
to enjoy it to a certain extent. So you can add
Jump off the wall
bit of time
and up
to the 30 seconds and take a little bit more to complete each level.
There you go.
Yeah. How does the co-op affect that at all?
What
do
are
you
you
still
doing,
have
sir?
30 seconds? Are there ways for you to add time to like your team timer?
It will work the same. You can add the time on the regular mode of the game if you choose to do it in co-op. And for the race,
Oh, the live
laps.
stuff kills me. I love
For
it.
example, you will have
Love it. I love it. I love it.
customization. You can select how many laps you want, and the first one to complete the full circuit will get the first place.
Fantastic. It looks like Okadrian might be running into some issues there, but you know, Okadrian, you do play a lot of retro games. What do you think the speed running potential of a game like this is?
It's exciting because I'm gonna tell you what, I won't look at the rankings chart unless I'm top 100, right? But I like the idea of playing fast and trying to beat fast because it gives you incentive to do your best. And like, I can do that faster, I can do it better, and even if you can't, you know, upgrade yourself to the top 100, you can ask your friends, how fast did you beat that? 12 seconds? Cool, I did 9, and then never play it again. That level.
Just go for the perfect run.
Yeah.
He just said never played
Exactly.
again. Jesus
Go out
Christ.
while you're on top.
Oh, man.
Now, from my understanding, Eon Drive follows this woman who's trapped on a planet and has to collect all the drive cores. Do you mind going into the story just a little bit? Who is she? Where is she from? And why is she here?
Well, Jacqueline is our protagonist, and from a narrative point of view, she's arriving to this alternative Earth after the story that was told in our first game in Dimension Drive. Dimension Drive was a shooter in space. It had nothing to do with the gameplay that you see here, but the story picks up right after that. So after Dimension Drive, she goes through a portal after a big explosion, and then eventually she winds up crash landing in this Earth, in this new Earth. And while she's crash landing, the engine of the ship kind of breaks apart, and all the different cores that power you up go in different places in the city. And the problem is that they are unstable now, and if you don't retrieve them and bring them back to the spaceship in time, the whole city will explode and most likely take out the planet even.
Oh, so that's where the 30-second timer comes in from. Fantastic. Adrian, do you mind going into some of the tools you have at your disposal to get through the level a little bit faster?
Yeah, no problem. So I can throw my little sword dagger right there. I cannot talk and game at the same time. I just figured out 5 seconds ago. But I have my little dagger I can throw to help me get across maps faster. Also, as you can see, when you're falling down a pit, it's nice to have that dagger in place so it can save you last second. It allows you to teleport to different things. And these mechanical features in the way, you press the X button, get rid of those. If you're running low on time, press the Y button, and the capsules you have stored in the upper right-hand corner restore your time. How am I not even... There's no one else in the leaderboard except me, and I'm not even, like, top 10? How does that happen?
Well, this is a special version of a build just for you, so...
I'm not even top 10 in my own build.
You'll be forever first on this build.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's really
Speaking
cool.
of that sort of time warping, Adrian, do the devs mind going into some of like what is the unique time warping mechanic in Eon Drive?
It looks fun.
Yeah, it's basically what Adrian was explaining, that we wanted to make the level built for speed running from the ground up, right? So from the very moment that we started developing, we thought we want to have all the levels on a 30-second timer, and all the levels should be possible to complete in that time. But then we thought we want to.
There's a lot of focus on one game.
May not be able to complete a level in 30 seconds, or they want to play more chill, right? So we added this idea of you pick up collectibles around the level, these time capsules, and they accumulate on your timer at the top. And whenever you want, you can just press Y, and if you have enough time capsules, you can grant yourself 5 extra seconds. So that gives you a bit of a less of a challenge, and allows you to complete a level that maybe is too difficult for you at that time, or you just want to.
Is there a jump?
Take it more
Is he?
calmly, right?
There has to be a jump.
So if you do that, you will do a very poor time, and there goes your competition in the leaderboards.
Right. Eon Drives kind of seems like the game that, because I'm not very good at side-scrolling platformers, to be completely honest. That's why Okadrian's playing and not me. But one of the things I find interesting is it seems like you can go for perfection and go for a great time, but if you hit a hard wall, you can still use these different mechanics to kind of increase or lower the difficulty. Am I getting at that right?
Yeah, that's basically what we were going for. So everyone can enjoy the game at their own pace, and there's definitely enjoyment for the casual player and for the ones that really want to grind the leaderboards and get that #1 spot.
Fantastic.
I love it.
I absolutely love just the little bit of the levels we've seen here. They're beautiful. What were some of the inspirations or challenges when you were designing these levels?
Well, from a gameplay design point of view, which is my forte because I'm the designer, I would not enter too much into the art side, maybe later. But from a gameplay design point of view, what we wanted was to give you that feeling of kind of like a labyrinth of a maze where you have to search your way around. It's not your typical left to right linear platformer where you just go forward and there's your exit. You have to really navigate and find your way around, and there are different paths and several secrets and shortcuts, and sometimes
I think it'll be fun
as well was to make.
I think it'd be a good time.
Sometimes the hardest path is actually the fastest, but it's very hard to pull off, right? So in a way it goes tight hand in hand with that idea of giving players a challenge that's suitable to their needs, and so they can find a route that they say, okay, this path is fine for me and I can make it, but I see another one that is up there and probably is faster, but it's full of spikes and saws and enemies, and I'm not gonna make it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we saw Adrian just go through one of those. Adrian, how are we faring on the shortcut?
So there's been a couple of moments of I wonder if I can do that, and then a couple of moments of it turns out I can't do that. And so I've been experimenting with that. Also, the timing on the walls is really, really good too. I swear I'm better than what it looks like right now. But the game is really fun in terms of the idea of where do you want to go and how do you want to get there, right? As we know right now, at least it looks like it's a left to right, with the idea of which left to right do you want to go to get over there. I really enjoy that the entire time. And I feel like the hitboxes on the saw blades and different mechanical devices they're generous. They're not way out there, it seems like, which I was scared of.
Fantastic. Would you say that you could see yourself like trying to perfect this level over time?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I get mad if the smallest thing happens. Especially,
If you guys are curious, this is the
play this. Yeah, I did. How'd you do?
This is the title of the game they are playing. I'm sure you've heard it a lot. Coming out this fall. I don't have. You know, I might be able to get. Hold on, maybe I can actually do their AM drive.
Fantastic. I love it.
Video game. Maybe there's a
So you said
page.
with the power sword, you can throw it to teleport, and you can.
Yeah, here's their Twitch page, or not Twitch, Steam. Sorry.
Enemies with it.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Where did? Oh, sorry.
No, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I'm curious about the protagonist. Where did she
Jesus.
get a power sword? Are we going to learn more about like sort of
Lightyear
her
Frontier.
background through the story of this game? I know you said it's a
Also,
continuation from
Lightyear
another
Frontier.
game.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put all the Steam links in here for games. The title of the game will be at the tail end of the link. So if you guys are interested in looking at some of the videos afterwards, they will be in the chat. YouTube, I will do my best to try and put them in the description as well. So if you are watching on YouTube and you want to go ahead and maybe take a direct link to their Steam page, I will do my best to add all of those in there for those that have them. Of course, these are all. This is an Xbox showcase. I'm just going to do Steam because that's the easiest way to do it. I'm sure there are going to be links for Xbox as well, so you guys can check all those out too.
I'm excited to play the beginning now because knowing me, I'm not as good as
Wandering Village was another one.
1,000% not sure. Are you kidding me? You grade everything you touch.
So I hope it's at the beginning because I might get stuck there. But it seems
Wandering
like there's a lot
Village.
of ways to adjust the difficulty to help you get through. Are there other mechanics
Lab
on top
Rat.
of the time mechanic to that kind of help that difficulty slider kind of move back and forth?
Lab Rat.
Basically,
Video
like we
game.
were mentioning before, there's different paths that you can take. Each level has more than a way of getting to the finishing line. So if you find yourself
RPG time.
always dying in the same obstacle, not really getting through, you can try and experiment with different ways to beat a
Ooh,
certain
there
level.
is not a.
And also with the PvP mode.
There
you
is
can
not one
then
for this one, so I'll
embrace
just
a
post
more,
the.
you know, party game almost side of it. We've been having a lot of fun with testing it internally. and it turned into a bit of a friendly competition between us at the studio. So if you ever
that one does not have one. That's okay.
In the single player, you can either summon a friend.
Ollie
to
Ollie
help
World
you,
coming
or
out in
you
the
can
winter.
do PvP mode and enjoy a little bit more of a party game type of feel.
When's this come out?
Okay, thank you so much for telling us about Eon Drive. This game is fantastic. Would you like to leave our audience with any last words about something you feel like they need to know about the game?
Well, just that if they like it, they may check it out. There's a demo available now and on Xbox, and just that we hope they like it and they get to play the game later in fall when we release.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. Eon Drive looks absolutely amazing.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
Okay.
Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much to the folks that went to Eon Drive, and thank you so much to Adrian. We got it. Like you tried your best, bud. We were watching. We were rooting for you.
Did you see him just sink? Like the gameplay wasn't even showing. But I just wonder what exactly happened. He just biffed so hard.
Oh my gosh. So Megan, what did you think of Eon Drive?
It looks like so much fun. Listen, I grew up playing a lot of platformers as a kid. Mega Man was like my first crush ever. So those kind of games are just super nostalgic for me. I could just, like, my brain does something. I can dial in and just go through and jam,
Ink,
no problem.
Tale of Love.
What about you, Steve? What do you think?
It looked actually really cool. Like, I love cyberpunk. That's kind of like one of my favorite genres. The Matrix is my favorite movie of all time. And
nice.
it's kind of had
There's one there.
plus Celeste kind of vibes to it.
Thank you guys.
Celeste, exactly.
It just had like it had like a really
Sam
awesome
and
vibe
Max
to it, and I love that this is going to be a game for speedrunners. Like, this feels like it's like, okay, you know what? One more round, another 30 seconds. Let's see if we can really try to beat my time. Like, I love that so much.
Yeah, no, me too. I feel like we're gonna have a lot of fun with it, especially the PvP mode they were talking about.
Positive.
That's a new element, and I like.
Oh, this one's coming to Xbox. That's why it's already out, but it's coming.
I love the call out for accessibility. It just warms my heart to be able to hear that, especially with the ability.
Did I already do Aeon
30
Drive?
seconds. That's kind of a very finite time, but being able to pick up those
Let's
kind of
go.
like time capsules to add extra time for you, so it's not as a difficult experience. I love that at least that devs are thinking about that, and it just warms this blind
Accessibility
gamer's heart.
is very, very important.
I love that too. Gaming is for everyone, and I love that everybody is like bringing more attention to it and making that possible. Okay, so up next we have another exclusive trailer for you. Let's take a look at the Big Con.
Ooh.
Big Con. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Dave Proctor, founder of Mighty Yell Studios. Our new game, The Big Con, is a cross-country 90s adventure about Allie, a teenage girl doing petty crimes to save her mom's video store from loan sharks.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Last time we showed you auditions from
Petty
award-winning
crimes.
video game actors, bringing depth and range to our, let's call it, economical voiceover script.
Troy Baker!
Dialogue. It's like 13 words.
Today, we're going to reveal some very exciting casting choices. Every character Allie meets in The Big Con is lovingly handcrafted with 90s charm and artisanal quirkiness. From charismatic con artists to peckish mall security to skateboarding ghosts, our best-in-class dialogue demands the apex of voice talent.
Okay, if my work
But
internet
first,
could
a
stop
very
turning
special
off, that would
announcement.
be
The Big Con is
wonderful. I'm
available
gonna
for
have to
pre-order
rewatch the
right
whole
now
show
on
later.
Xbox Series X,
I
and Xbox
understand.
Series S before it launches worldwide on August 31st.
I
Before we
understand.
get into our big casting announcement, I also want to congratulate the fans who answered our open casting call to voice our game's NPCs. We watched all of your submissions and were moved by your creativity and passion. You can't hear the word "hey" repeated 1,600 times without feeling something. I am so tired. Anyways, here are some of our winners.
Well.
What?
Really?
And now, the big reveal. We are pleased to announce that our protagonist Allie will be voiced by none other than Erika Ishii. We've been fans of Erika's for a long time now. We're beyond thrilled to work with one of the hardest working and most positive actors in the industry. Erika, anything to add?
Hi, Erika Ishii here. Yeah, I'm just so psyched to be here, you know.
Destiny 2 Apex Legends. Oh, nice.
Something so raw and real about these kinds of characters and this kind of indie game. It's like black box theater, you know, all the prestige, the drama, you create the circumstances and your surroundings, you think about the character and get real deep in their head, only, you get paid.
But that's not all. Also joining Erica in our celebrated voice cast is Dave Fenoy, legendary actor and the voice behind so many iconic video game characters. He'll be playing one of my favorite characters, Rad Ghost.
The entire voiceover is about a dozen words and assorted monosyllabic grunts. Ah, come on, man.
He plays Lee.
Do to me.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to pre-order the big con today on Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, and Xbox One, and play it at launch on August 31st. We're gonna party like it's 1994.
You know what I get from this? Doug Funny vibes. Patty Mayonnaise. Roger Klotz.
Yay!
That's
Let's
so
go,
cool.
Erica. That looks
Skit,
so
man.
cool.
Doug. Oh,
that
man.
looks like something I would rent
Doug
from
Funny, my
Blockbuster.
man. Hell yeah.
I know, exactly. Like, I love the 90s vibes. I don't know if you caught it, but the theme song,
What do they
if
call
you're a
out the
90s
old guy?
kid, you know who this group is. Rockapella from
Oh,
Where in the
okay.
World is Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah.
They're doing the theme song for the big con for that one. So that's just so cool. The fact that also we got a really cool cast. Erica Ishii, we got Troy Baker, we got Dave Fenoy, legends in the
That's true.
gaming industry.
That's a big ass cast.
Ah, that's so cool. I love
It's a very
that.
big cast.
Everyone in chat, press 1 if you're down to play it. I'm gonna pre-order it. I can't wait. I'm gonna be playing
100%. And it comes out at the end of this month. That's so cool. All right.
August 31st,
So coming up, we're about to take a quick break, but let's take a look at the schedule again to see what's coming up. So we've got some cool stuff that's still available. That's still to come for today. We've got. Yeah, we're just getting started. We have just you know what, just
It's
a
been
little
an
bit
hour.
about an hour left for some really
Dev
cool
Chat
stuff.
The
We've
Veil
got stuff from
trailer
the
coming to
Veil,
Game Pass. Dev Chat Stardew
Shadow of
Valley
the
trailer
Crown. It's a
reveal.
really cool audio
Game
game
demo
we're checking
Space Lines
out.
from Far Out
We've
and
got
trailer
some other cool
reveal.
trailers and stuff that we haven't
I wonder what
seen
the
yet
last one is,
before.
man.
Stardew Valley.
I wonder what the last one is.
And then we also have a
Oh,
game demo of
Skit,
Space Lines from the Far
Sorry, your internet's going out, my man.
And just
You
so
wanna check
many
out that.
trailer reveals. I'm just not gonna be able to
in
contain
Discord,
it.
Skit, I was
hope
saying it
everyone's taking
earlier.
Notes, writing down games that they can't wait to play.
That I am going to be.
It's gonna be me. Gonna be playing
Excuse me. I'm going to be putting the list of games that were announced.
Yes. All right, so we'll
Last
be
trailer,
right
Dark
back
Souls 4
after a
from an indie. Sign me up. I don't care who does it. There's actually a game called Eldest. It's called Eldest Souls, and I want to play that. That's an indie game. I'm still waiting for Raji to get a physical release. Oh, is it going to? Do you know if it is, Sea Queen? That'd be really cool. But Skit, what I was saying is, we have. Let me turn down the. It's already low enough. That's fine. Is we have. In Discord, I'm going to put a whole list of all the games announced. So, yeah, definitely check that out. Please, please, please. It'd be great. I know you're already in there, so I don't have to post the Discord. Sea Queen, were you in here when we played Raji? I'm not sure. It's what I hope for. Oh, got you. I understand. I understand. Raji was pretty good. It was a good 4-hour game. Very, very, very good game. Oh man, any games you guys have seen so far that you liked? I know, Skit, you were kind of in and out because of your internet. So far, I think for me is Lightyear Frontier. Lightyear Frontier, I think the Wandering Village and Lab Rat are all kind of super interesting to me. RPG Time seems really, really fun. I think the art style is just going to be great. Mech farming and puzzles, let's go. The first and third ones so far. Lightyear Frontier and Lab Rat, I got you. Nice. Lab Rat sounds like it'd be a lot of fun to play with somebody else. Mech farming. Whoever thought you'd want to play a mech farming game, you know? You never know until you put your eyes on it. That's the way I look at it. A lot of these games is like you can hear the concept and you're like, okay, I feel like I've heard that before. But then when you see it visually, you're like, holy shit. I'm so much more. Where's Ori, Hollow Knight, and Hades, an indie game? Yeah, Ori, I guess, is considered an indie game. Hollow Knight, I would consider an indie game as well. And then Hades, yes, definitely Hades was one. Bro, I miss old school Mech Warrior. The new ones aren't just as good as the old one. Dude, Mech Warrior, Mech Assault 2, Lone Wolf, I think is what it was called, right? That's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite original Xbox games. Mech Assault. Yeah, Mech Assault 2 Lone Wolf was amazing. Absolutely. Wait, there was a Dark Souls 4? No. He was no. I wish. We still gotta get Elden Ring before we can get Dark Souls 4, which will probably never happen because I bet you'll stop. Oh, you're talking Mech Warrior pre-Xbox, like Xbox, the original Xbox? Really? Elden what? Never heard of it.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Strawberry17
Hello.
hanging out with Blind Gamer Steve, and we have so much fun stuff coming up for you guys. Ain't that right, Steve?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that. Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, aka Blind Gamer Steve.
Yo, Donatello, welcome in.
We're just getting started. We're about halfway through. Still got another hour of some really cool trailers. We've got some really cool, cool gameplays coming up, and including some more Stardew Valley. And we've also got some Game Pass announcements, folks. That's right, Game Pass announcements.
Never heard of Game Pass. What is it?
Literally my favorite word.
Grab a lunch, hanging with the beach. Hey, let's go. What's up?
I love it.
We'd love to have you. Hell yeah.
Much.
I'm so excited for that. I gotta tell you, Game Pass is like my Netflix. So whenever I'm like in a mood, I go to Game Pass and I just peruse, download 3 games, and just, live my best life. So
yeah,
more games.
Not gonna lie. I was during the Xbox showcase at E3 this year. I was almost drunk, seeing all the amount of times they said day 1 on Game Pass. 27 new games coming out to Game Pass, and that's really awesome. But today, that's just Xbox in general. Today we're talking about indies at the for the ID at Xbox, and so. We're going to jump into a game right now that I've known about for a while, but I'm really, really excited to finally be able to sit down with this developer. Our next guest is the director of The Veil: Shadow of the Crown, an audio-based action-adventure game that places you in the worn leather boots of a blind adventurer. The Veil is an incredible interactive experience that will impress visually impaired and sighted gamers alike. Before we meet Dave Evans, let's take a look at the trailer.
Mech Warrior on PC, huh?
Escort a blind girl 500 miles down a treacherous valley in the wake of an invading horde.
It's quiet.
Not sure what reward would be worth that.
Pirates.
Coming aboard.
The Shades were fortunate to gain hold over such a creature.
Indeed, gamer.
It's on fire.
I know you can use the damn thing. That swinging girl.
In the dark, you shine, Alex.
Excels at every turn.
Every one of us serves the Fae, whether we know it or not. I will not serve them. That is why you must die.
Adriana told me you were coming. A blind princess, doomed to watch her kingdom burn.
If you want
Interesting, man.
You will have to take it from me yourself.
From one second born to another, it's not an easy thing being in someone's shadow.
I like the shadows.
August 19th. Holy shit.
Not gonna lie, I've got a little bit verklempt, a little bit emotional in that. I am just so excited. Megan will be back in just a second, but I'm gonna be sitting down with Dave Evans. Dave, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Shadow of the Crown.
Yeah, really nice to be here. Nice to meet you, Steve. Finally,
yes.
I've been watching your career as well at the same time. It's been great.
I gotta, okay, revelation chat. Like hometown represent St. Catharines, Ontario, Canada, my hometown, and like Mighty Yell's hometown. I love that so much, and I feel like I've kind of heard about the Veil for a while now, and like being an audio only game, I've been interested
audio only,
in wanting to try it out. And when the game came out last year as a demo for Summer Game Showcase, I was Summer Game Fest. I downloaded it immediately and I played it, and I've probably played it several times now.
That's insane.
And like it's really, truly
really cool.
An amazing audio experience. So, Dave, my first question for you is, what was the inspiration behind that sort of creating an audio narrative for the game?
Yeah, I mean, as an indie dev, I have limited resources, and my first reason for making the game was relatively pragmatic. I
those the pictures over here are killing me.
Really worked with story, and
they're killing me, man.
It wasn't soon before I realized I might have something.
I don't know why.
In doing it in all audio that might.
To be honest, none of these games
the blind community
caught my particular eye, but that's
and,
okay.
That's where everything started with a trip to the CNIB in Canada. That's the Canadian National Institute for the Blind.
Nothing wrong with that.
Basically partnered up with the blind community from the beginning to make this game. But it started for fairly selfish reasons, to be honest. I just wanted to make a game I could afford to make.
I love that. And now you're from Falling Squirrel Studios. I apologize, I called you Mighty Yell. That was from the Big Con, another Toronto amazing Canadian developer that we just saw earlier. What is Falling Squirrel's connection to the blind and low vision communities? You mentioned the CNIB, which I'm a big proponent of and a member of. So how did that work when trying to be able to look into developing the game?
You're cutting too late.
Well, I mean, they were my first focus testing group, in a strange way, the evolution of this game over the last 5 years really is about myself and this community making a game for everyone. It sort of, to me, lost its it wasn't as important of the accessibility aspect as it was that it's a chance for me to showcase an audio-based game made by.
So it's going to be all audio-based. Yes, exactly.
They were my first instructors and teachers on how to make this game. So we had,
which is interesting,
live, testing groups where I got feedback.
I personally have never touched a game that was audio only.
A person at the CNIB, Martin Carcels, who is an avid gamer, and he became one of my many consultants on the project. So for me, it was the beginning of a relationship with the community.
The tweets that I'm kind of in front of, not tweets, but the messages I'm in front of.
I love that. And I know
that audio-based game that sounds amazing.
May not need it,
God damn it.
For those that's in the blind community, having an audio game is something that there's a few audio games out there, and there's an amazing, if you look
technically you can't touch audio,
amazing audio games, but like the Veil is kind of like something that just kind of appeals to me in that if you're interested in kind of like, if you ever heard old time radio shows or think of this as like a very and it's very bare bones, like an interactive audio book, but like it's that kind of vibe, and I want to talk about actually kind of the audio engineering and sort of the cast that you have in there, because it is like there's some amazing sort of soundscapes and obviously voice acting in this. Did you approach that from like a kind of like an audio sort of old time radio sort of vibe to it when you first sort of kind of were thinking about the story?
Well, two things. One is I used to work in AAA as a cinematographer and a motion capture and audio director. So my first place to go was AAA sound design from a casting and performance perspective. So I just pretended I was making a Naughty Dog game or any kind of big action adventure game.
Brain Break, yes.
Really didn't compromise on the casting and that sort of thing. So that was my starting point was film sensibilities and AAA sensibilities. But then as I made the game, I realized that there was a layer that's novel and different, which is the intimacy. And that's where I think it does play out more like what you see in podcasts now, narrative-based podcasts or old school radio shows. There's something about having an actor standing in front of you or feeling like they're in your companion is literally whispering in your ear and enemies are literally breathing around you. And that novelty was very different than how you usually
Les Spicy. Hello, what's going on, audiobook?
Really supporting visuals.
Where you are the hero.
That's
true. That's a very good War of the Worlds vibe makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that kind of is the best way to go about it.
Moments of intimacy.
War of the Worlds is.
Yeah, and speaking of which, you definitely want to be able to play this with headphones on.
Epitome of like
an amazing sort of
audio,
kind of audio,
what audio only
that,
can do,
that y'all
and
kind
what
of
kind of effect it can have
cool.
when it's believed to be real.
A question from the chat. Can you actually explain how the gameplay works and
what's
how
going on,
players
Spicy? How are you?
actually play
Welcome
the game?
Nice to see you.
There are two major components. As in many action adventures, there's an element of action, which is supplied by combat, which there's several different scenarios for combat. The most popular one is
What's that trophy for back
basically
there?
combat in place where you're standing and hearing a 3D soundscape, or really a 180-degree soundscape. Enemies very kindly don't stand directly behind you. And you can hear enemy movement. You can hear the attacks that they're about to do. And it's directional swing.
So, Beach, I'm all right.
swinging
Job hunting
and,
again recently. How about you?
Timing and pattern recognition, like a Mike Tyson punch.
A little bit of the same. Yeah, a little bit of the same.
Aspect of the game is the exploration aspect. So when you walk into
A little bit of the same, to be honest with you. It's nice to see you again, though. Hopefully, I wish you the best of luck with your job hunt.
Or explore the world. You're left into a 3D environment where you can hear little details in the soundscape. The ones you really are really important, like the beacons, like the tavern or something else, like a blacksmith. They're very obvious and easy to navigate to. And then everything else is rewards for people willing to carefully listen. The dog begging in the corner, you can go and feed him and he becomes a companion. You can get quests from people, sort of like
that's
this
so
old
cool.
Woman washing clothes down by a dock, and if you go up to her, you can get a quest from her. So it's a balance of discovery, rewarding discovery, and just enjoying moving around, navigating in complete audio.
I love that, and as someone who's played it, like, it's kind of one of those really cool things when you're kind of in this sort of town and you you sort of hear different sort of like merchants kind of calling out to people in the crowd around you, and you hear like the blacksmith, and you can just kind of turn, sort of like using the thumbs to kind of turn your character, and you can be able to kind of like walk towards it. It just uses audio to kind of like navigate, and it can seem a little bit overwhelming at first, but like when you kind of like sort of take the time to kind of like listen to certain things, you can kind of like just explore, which is something that's really, really cool in just an audio only game. So one final question I actually do have for you, in like, it's obviously this seems like a very kind of narrative experience.
Been enjoying my PS5. Otherwise, I just finished Demon Souls. What'd you think? What did you think of Demon Souls? Because I loved it. I thought it was visually the best looking Souls game, obviously.
Hard mode.
But this game sounds really, really good.
So my recommendation,
yeah, like you just said,
is
I'm
to
excited
play the
about
game.
this.
There is some branching narrative. There are aspects of the game that force you to make some minor decisions. But the main aspect of replay, I think, is to go back and try the hard mode. I do not recommend starting with the hard mode in the game, but it's one of those things where once you get very, very comfortable playing the game, it's something people should try. So that to me is probably the biggest reason to go back, is challenge yourself. And by the way, this was demanded by the blind community to make it very, very hard. I think they may have been disappointed by other things in the past that weren't quite difficult enough. So be warned, hard mode is hard.
I love that, and that's something that like not a lot of people sort of even like a lot of people understand in regards to accessibility. It's like when we want to have accessibility in games, we don't want to lose that challenge. We still want to have the same challenge as every other player has, and some of our friends have when they play. We just want to be able to have at least some of the barriers kind of taken away. So
I like that.
Like for myself, I played it on normal, and there was a challenge in there too. But I'm like, now I'm curious to kind of see what the hard mode is like. So I'm really interested in that. So Dave, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find more information about the Veil? When is it coming out? Any details you can be able to offer our chat?
Yeah, it's coming out this August 19th. And fallingsquirrel.com, the website, you can check us out there. But it's going to be available on the Xbox day one, August 19th. So that's where you should be looking, I think.
Fantastic. I can't wait to be able to play this on the full game on Xbox. Once again, thank you, Dave, so much for joining us. I'm a little emotional about it, but I appreciate you so much, and I can't wait to be able to rep our hometown and being able to play this game for everyone. It's well done, sir. Well done.
Yep. Thanks, Steve.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. So in a moment, Megan is going to be rejoining me on the ID at Xbox Showcase. But before that, we have some more trailer reviews for you right now. Next up, the moment we've all been waiting for. Here are the games that are coming to Game Pass.
More hits than misses. Got you. Nice. Yes. Character redesign, some music hits. Don't hit the mark. Let's go, baby. Yes! Fucking I can't wait for this game. I cannot wait for this game. Get stabbed up, fools.
My own demise was the only way to free myself.
Can't
I
wait.
too was a slave, a tool used by the Akatsuchi in their conquest of the land. But not anymore.
Not anymore, I'm not.
Death led me to the place where I belong.
I'm excited for this game. Stealthy ninja games, let's go.
We need to find the key to our disease. Free ourselves from this curse.
Woo!
Our enemies have already.
You know stealth is my jam. I do, Skit. Yes, yes, yes.
We must liberate them all.
Ooh.
Our time has come. The time of the Kurotsuba clan.
Woo! Assassin's Creed, but actually good. Spicy trying to fight up in here, man. Oh, man. Okay, okay. Origami 2, Game Pass. Did it give a date? Oh, there's already a date for that. Sorry. What else we got? What is this? From the creators of Pathfinder.
100 years. For 100 years, we have been plagued by this war. We fight, we sacrifice, we die. Before us, a host of monstrosities, and behind us, all of Galarian, our world. Their master, the demon lord Daskari, thinks he can break our spirit.
What?
He is mistaken.
Is this Pathfinder's King something? No. What is this? Diablo 3.5?
And our comrades, our brothers and sisters in arms, valiantly met their deaths.
Is it another
Suffered
Pathfinder
through many
game?
a plight, and now it is our turn to
Whatever it
strike.
is coming to Game Pass, and I want to play it.
Arms, brothers and sisters, I declare that the Fifth Crusade has begun, and it is you who will lead us in this war.
Build your character. I'm down for that. Whoa!
Prove your worth as a leader.
Whoa,
Hone your
okay.
skills and abilities. Ready your best armor and weapons for battle.
Oh,
Mount your
this-
trusty war steed and charge forth.
Oh, hell yeah. Give me a saber. Oh,
This
what?
will be a daunting task, I know. But you need not fight alone. Your faithful companions will stand by your side. They will
This is a
protect
Pathfinder
you in
game.
battle,
Has to be.
aid you with their counsel, share the burden of commanding the crusade, accept their friendship, and become their friend in turn, or possibly something more.
Ooh, something more.
I
Ooh, la
understand
la.
the trials ahead of you are great. You will have to find your own path. What will be the source of your power? The righteous might of heaven? Or the secrets of forbidden magic?
Yeah, forbidden magic all
Will you
day.
make your sacrifices in the name of freedom and equality? Or in the name of law and order? Will your enemies flee at the very sight of you? Or will you, perhaps, turn this entire war into a grand joke on a cosmic scale? Choose carefully. Your every decision has its consequences and its price. But most importantly, never doubt that Galarian believes in you. And I believe in you as well. Do you feel the ground shaking?
This is a CRPG.
That is the march of your army. Lead them.
What?
Aim them at their target. Crush our enemies. We are crusaders.
Yeah, is this a Pathfinder? This has to be a Pathfinder game. There's so many elements.
Have never been higher.
It looks like a CRPG, then it looks like an ARPG,
And our world now depends on you. And
then it looked like an RTS. Wrath of Righteousness, March 1st. Let's go. Okay, so Pathfinder, Wrath Right.
Rated everyone.
Just that was March 1st. Paparazzi! Let's go! GP Game Pass. Stop! This is too cute. Let's go. Oh god, that was a joke. Coming soon. Fuck yeah. I'm playing that. Game Pass, you already know it.
Product not yet rated.
Okay. Let's see what we got. Let's go, paparazzi, baby. It's quite the walk. Evil geniuses, right? No? Yep. Excuse you?
We will crush them.
Wunderbar. Yes, idiots. Faster, faster, faster.
I haven't played this game. Honest to God. Train your minions, but it looks interesting.
I want that minion dead. You're nothing.
Recruit powerful henchmen. Okay.
Time to earn my keep.
Game looks interesting. Ooh. Take over the world, yes.
Prepare the venom and let the madness begin.
Q4 2021 Game Pass, baby. Okay, okay. Hell yeah.
This is why we love ID at Xbox. We have dogs who skateboard, and you get to make them have eyelashes.
I'm assuming
exactly, and then you get to be an evil genius, and you get to also be like an amazing ninja, and you get to like play in one of the greatest TTRPGs other than D&D. We got Pathfinder, Pillars of Eternity vibes. I'm so in.
I just really love the world that we're living in right now. I'm just gonna say that. Blind Gamer
Excuse
Steve,
me?
you're gonna be rejoining us in just a second, but right now I am honored to welcome to the ID at Xbox Showcase the creator of Stardew Valley, Eric Barone, aka Concerned Ape. And if you've been living under a rock for the last few years and aren't familiar with Stardew Valley, well, here's a trailer.
I think we all know how I feel about Stardew Valley. I'll watch it, and I love that Stardew Valley is huge, but I think we all know how I feel about it. Well, here's the thing. I think there are. You love it, right? I feel like I'm oddly. I feel like my opinion isn't very popular. I just don't. I feel like there's so many other games that do this better than Stardew Valley. For me, for my liking. Right, exactly, Spicy. Yeah, I agree. I get it, but like... Yeah, I just feel like... Like my time at Portia or Portia, is more my vibe. And my time at Sandhook, or Sandrock, Sandhook, I think. Yeah, see, I think that's more my jam. Sandrock, yeah, that's right. I think that's more my jam than it is this style. I did too. I actually couldn't play that on stream because it literally didn't gain any traction. None. I made a strategic decision not to play that on stream anymore. So which is too bad because I love that game. But that's all right.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Yeah, I never thought this moment would happen where I'd be talking to you, and I'm not gonna make this weird. I promise. I'm not gonna be too big of a fangirl, but I have sunk like over 1,000 hours into Stardew Valley, and it's what inspired me to start getting into pixel art. So I'm sure you share this stuff all the time, but you're an inspiration to so many people, and you've created a game that is just—it's
That's
so
me with
special.
Graveyard Keeper.
Yeah,
Graveyard Keeper. My wife played that. She loved it. I think. No, she didn't play that. Did she? Hold on.
You know, feedback. But what was that?
No, she didn't. No.
By yourself for so long, and then you released it out into the world, and we're like, well, they like.
I love that game, but it's my relaxed game and no traction as content.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
yes, for sure.
It totally blew my mind. I mean, as you
haven't
say,
played it,
I
no.
had no
I
idea
haven't
the
played
game
it.
was going to be so popular. I thought it would be like a
When
really
that game
niche
was out,
game for people who are fans.
I'm gonna lower this down. It is just this. When that game came out, I watched Co Carnage play it. So then usually if I watch a playthrough, I don't play it. You know what I mean? So if I ever watch somebody play through it, I end up not playing it, and that's what happened when I watched Co Carnage play through Graveyard Keeper.
Created like this really nice home for people to come back to. It's I grew up playing a lot of Nintendo as a kid, so having those.
Oh, if it had more traction as content, I would redeem that with my points. Let's go.
I feel like Stardew is that for so many people. They can sink all these hours into it, take a break, and then come back and be like.
I did crowd control with this game. It made it more action packed because people would spawn mobs. That would be interesting. There you go, Fuzzy. That would be very, very interesting for sure.
Your home and travel all around the world on a big adventure, but I always was more drawn to Harvest Moon because it was kind of domestic. Like you made a home for yourself, you stayed at home, and then
I'm honestly surprised that Graveyard Keeper isn't on Game Pass. It was, I think.
For some reason, that just really resonated with me, and I wanted to capture that feeling, and hopefully
it was for a while, and then it left. Yeah.
Of people, that same magic.
If I remember correctly, I bought it. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
You've succeeded. I think another thing that makes Stardew Valley so special is all the people.
It's weird that this is
a favorite character in town. Like, who do you marry?
I can't pick a favorite character. I mean,
yeah.
No, I think the other characters would get jealous if I picked a favorite.
Okay, that's fair. Can you guess mine? I'm throwing it up there.
Let me guess. Abigail.
Oh my gosh, how'd you know?
Is that true?
Yes, it's Abigail. How did you know? I'm like,
here's the weird thing is there must be an announcement for this game.
It's just intuition. I don't know.
The vibes. Yeah. I have Abigail vibes.
I guess so. Yeah.
I still need to beat it. Oh yeah, complete the story.
Oh my goodness, that you just killed me right now. Let's talk about like bigger picture.
But this game has been very successful, which is awesome.
Did you ever expect Stardew to make such an impact on the gaming industry? Because now there's so many games that are in the same vein, just like Harvest Moon inspired you. People are looking at Stardew Valley and they're like, yes, this is beautiful. What's my take on it?
No, I had no idea, but I mean, it's really cool. I feel like I'm continuing a tradition that, Yasuhiro Wada started with Harvest Moon, or at least that's my hope. I would like to continue that tradition and to see, a new generation of game developers, bringing that tradition even further and expanding on it with new ideas and new things is great. It's really
Dead
cool
by
to be a part of that.
Daylight is
And
my
I'm glad to
life.
see the genre really taking off.
No, it's
Live
great.
notification.
These are the kind
What
of
the
games
fuck?
that I live for.
Today at 9:30.
Are there any
Oh, okay,
other
yeah.
like farming type games that also that you love playing that have come out recently? Or I mean, I imagine you're a pretty busy dude.
It's true. I am pretty busy. I haven't had a lot of chance to play a lot of the games that people call like, Stardew Valley inspired games. I played some Slime Rancher for a while, which
Slime
I wouldn't say
Rancher!
is inspired by Stardew Valley. It was being developed in parallel, but I feel like it also is a bit of that kind of like, resource gathering, kind of home base sort of game that
Yeah.
I thought was pretty cool.
Does it bother you when people call Stardew like a farming sim because it's so much more? I don't know. Maybe I'm protective. I feel like it's so much more than that.
Yeah, you are
don't get
protective.
it?
Nah, it doesn't bother me. I mean, I would call it like a country life simulator.
Yeah.
Or like, something like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't really bother me. I mean, people can call it whatever they want.
Yeah. Well, would you ever move into a farm? Or I'm sorry, would you ever move out to a place like Pelican Town? Can you see this being like your retirement plan someday?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that
Yeah.
all humans have a call to nature, and maybe that's part of the reason why Stardew Valley resonated with people.
Ooh.
It's a kind of something in the modern world that we don't experience very often.
It's
being out
true.
in nature, being out in the country, living off the land, that sort of thing. But
Yeah,
I think
being
it does
a-
speak to us on a deep level.
It does, being a stranger in a new place and learning about other people outside of yourself and kind of just getting a new beginning. I think that's something a lot of us, especially with the internet, are like,
I live in the middle of corn. It's not that nice. Internet sucks out.
and get that fresh start.
Yeah, that's the
Sometimes I have
thing.
dreams of, like,
It sounds
working at a
great.
grocery store and
It
just
sounds
packing
fantastic
groceries.
until
That's,
they're
like,
like
something I
out there
never
and
got
they're
to
like, I have
do
no
as
internet,
a
and you're like, well,
teenager. I
what the
worked at a chicken
fuck?
wing
How do you
place.
do it?
I did everything else. The
It's like
skateboard
one of
shop,
those things where people
was
with
like,
zero
when I
issues
played
as
Stardew
far
Valley, I'm
as
like, I wanna work at Joe's
internet
Walmart.
stability and all that kind of stuff. They're like, oh, I'd like to be out in the open and live off the land and do all this stuff. And they're like, well, why
and then I'll
can't
just be in the world and just
why
living
can't I
my
get
best
service
life.
out here? You know what I mean?
Quick question. You released a bunch of new
Everyone wants nature until
not
there's no
too long
running water
ago.
and mosquitoes.
How's the feedback
Exactly.
and response been about that?
Exactly.
You're just constantly working on this game.
Yeah, it's been great. The most recent
Biggest thing for me with games, this art style, is I can't get past the 8 and 16-bit style. Like those games I played when I was a kid, not the games I want to play on my Series X. LOL, give me a Harvest Moon and my those style. Yeah, I dig the 3D for sure.
I've been really happy with the response to
See
that.
announcements for so many games styled this way that it's just like there's something I won't play because it's not visually appealing, and that's fair. I think most of the time it comes down to download or not. Sorry, I read Fuzzy's message. For me, it comes down to personally the
amount of ideas I have and just
the gameplay, right? It can look however it wants to look. Yes, I want my absolutely blockbuster, maxing out my hardware games eventually. But
so I just put those
I'm kind of
ideas
I
into
understand what
updates
you're
and
saying.
Just keep the game going, and
You have to understand as well, though, with this style, and I might be speaking out of hand,
Appreciate all of your hard work,
but
sleepless nights,
this style may or may not be easier or cheaper to
and the way that your brain works because it's
develop,
it's an
right?
amazing game.
So
and
you
it's
got to
so
think
great
if that's
to
why you
always
see
come
so
back
many
to.
indie games with this style, is it might just be it.
You have some exciting news.
Here we go.
about Stardew
Here's an
Valley.
announcement. Hold on.
That's true. That's true. So I'm happy to announce that Stardew Valley will be coming to Game Pass. There's not there's not a set release date yet, but it's probably sometime in the fall, and it'll be on both Windows and Xbox consoles. Yeah, so I'm happy to announce that, and I really
That'll
hope
be big
that
for
it,
people who want to play it on cloud.
bring Stardew Valley to a lot more people, and a lot more people get to play it and experience the world of Stardew Valley.
Yeah.
Co-op, man, let's go. Everyone get Xbox Game Pass. GTA is leaving, so I just feel like you're gonna get all the GTA people. Just,
yeah, that's it. GTA to Stardew Valley, definitely.
Start a farm and be like, all right, I like this.
Yeah, I don't like the city life.
For me.
City life isn't me.
All right, Eric, thank you so much. It was a pleasure meeting you. Thank you for everything that you do. I don't even know how to say goodbye to you. I just want to keep talking. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you, and thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. And have a great day.
City where people
You too.
Okay. Bye.
Absolute liars. They don't know.
All right,
what
in a
the heck
moment,
they're
I'll be
talking about.
rejoined by Blind Gamer C.
Yes,
but
Spicy,
before
for sure.
that, there's time. Or it is time for another exclusive trailer. Let's take a look at Library of Aruna.
A Library of Aruna, huh? Okay, let me put it down. Stardew Valley Game Pass in the fall.
이곳은 도서관. 전 도서관의 관장이자 사서.
Library. Something of Aruna? I didn't catch it. Oh wait.
당신이 원하는 것을 찾을 수도 있지만.
This is very quiet, huh? This is quiet for you guys too?
그래서 네 말은 이곳에 오는 손님을 접대하면 된다 이거지? 뭐 퇴물이 된 구급 해결사라도 필요하다면 벤젤라 널 믿어볼 수밖에 없겠네.
So not a visual novel. Interesting.
부디 당신의 책을 찾으실 수 있기를.
Library of Runa. I couldn't even actually see how they spelled that.
That
was cool.
good, right?
Library of Aruna.
I love it. It's kind of got like some JRPG kind of vibes with some like card
Actually, did you guys see the date?
battle,
Was there a date?
Oh man. That
I love the
actually looks
Japanese
really cool.
voice acting. Anytime I can like practice my Japanese, I'm
Is it
always
Japanese?
I love to do it. Love to be immersed
Is
in
it
it.
not? Somebody said Korean.
Hell yeah, and like for myself personally, usually subtitled games or even subtitled anime is a little bit difficult for me to be able to read. But at least what I loved, at least there was some good, decent sized subtitles. Yeah. So I'm happy about
Steve,
that.
you know what
and,
that means, right?
What does that mean?
We gotta learn Japanese together because Nihongo ga skoshi wakarimasu, but we can make. Listen, I'm your Uncle Iroh. Remember I told you.
You dumbass.
You didn't know we were gonna start playing indie games.
Hold on.
But I'm also
hold on.
gonna teach you Japanese as I'm still learning it because I'm only on like
I'm gonna
chapter
make
1
sure.
of Pimslers. So.
Oh, I love that so much. I knew there was a good reason to be here today.
Yep,
Oh,
you know,
wow.
I got you.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Now
Project
let's
Moon's
talk
pretty
about
sick, though.
okay. Stardew Valley for Game Pass. I was in the chat, okay, and I was like, and at first I was kind of like, okay, I understand that the Stardew Valley, big huge game, totally get that. But as the chat was kind of going through, I was following along, and I was like, okay, all right, I'm in. And then it's like, then I started to see like some of the Pelican Town stands. And I'm like, or citizens, and I'm like, I kind of want to play this now. I think y'all kind of sold me on, and it's gonna be coming to Game Pass. I love that.
You could do co-op too. Like you can start a farm with friends and go through the entire story mode and work on all of the achievements and unlockables together. And there's all these secrets, and the narrative is just the storyline is so good. That's why you play it. I could get emotional talking about Stardew Valley. I'm not gonna lie. I travel a lot before COVID. I would be traveling all the time. I would be home maybe a week out of the month, and it's just like me and my Nintendo Switch. And Stardew was like my second home. When I felt homesick or was like a little lonely, that's what I would play. So it's special to a lot of people, and I think once you play it, you'll experience that too.
I totally get that. And like, I know we're showing a Library of Ruina right now, and like again, this game just kind of looks really, really cool. I love the aesthetic. I love the vibe. It like is there like an equivalent type of game, like a JRPG kind of game that you can sort of like what am I should be like just looking at this gameplay footage? What should I be expecting when it looks like when I'm going to be playing Library of Ruina?
Chat, what would you say this game kind of if it's kind of similar to? I'm trying to think of the name and it's escaping me. It was on Xbox Game Pass. It's not the Yakuza game. I'm drawing a blank. I've only had half a cup of coffee today, Steve.
That's okay.
Slay the Spire is what someone is saying.
Yeah, Slay the Spire. Okay. Oh, and I didn't realize that Runa is actually Korean. Okay, that's cool as well. I think that's actually pretty dope.
Yep. Slay the Spire is kind of. I actually just played that recently. Fantastic. I'm traveling. I get motion sick.
I have no idea if this has anything to do with their library, but it's like okay.
That sucks.
I used to go to the library all the time, and I love kind of like. I don't know. It's just like the story is kind of set in a library or set kind of like around like sort of book learning or just like book reading always kind of appeal to me. And here's I'm not a huge kind of
you just figured it out.
This game normally would not appeal to me, but after like looking,
I gotta resub to my Game Pass ASAP. I'm blocking the messages down below.
I think I'm kind of like it's kind of bringing back a little bit of nostalgia as a kid. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Did you play a lot of Final Fantasy?
So I did play a little bit as a kid, but again, it was sort of like it was kind of hard for me to play. So I did jump into Final Fantasy VII Remake when that came out, and I started to really enjoy it. And I was kind of like trying to be able to look into other sort of games like that, and it seemed like there was a lot of like everyone kept recommending Persona, everyone kept recommending Final Fantasy
the remake
VI as well.
Like I would play it again if it came to Xbox.
So it's like the
growing
especially if it came to Game Pass, is there. Like there's the seed has been planted. It's just I need to kind of like grow that and fertilize it just to kind of like get it like to get to a point where I'm like I really want to be able to like jump into this kind of genre head on. And
hey, welcome back, Michaela. Hello.
Might be the way into that. And Thermal Wolf actually in the chat says he has a bit of like Octopath Traveler vibes. I can understand that. I can totally understand that. This is a cool idea. So Vinox123 says, "Can I rent a VHS in that library?" I wonder if that's the case too, because I used to rent VHSs all the time from a library.
I love when games have little games within the game. You know, like just like you're like, wait, this is like the game devs just were like, hey, why not? Let's add a little something extra in here.
So far.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see
and,
here.
Spyro, 100%. Seed of like germination.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. So there are.
I was speaking about Japanese. You said JRPG, and my brain just went there. I'm so sorry about that, guys.
There it is.
That's okay. Hey, I mean, I'm the newbie here, so I apologize for that as well. So that's really cool. All right. So up next, we're going to go right into a gameplay demo. Twitch Gaming regular Snowlit is going to join us for a live gameplay demonstration.
I didn't see anything. I'm sorry, Michaela.
Game Space Lines from the Far Out, and we'll also be joined by the devs. Right. Before we welcome everyone on the ID at Xbox Showcase, let's take a look at the trailer.
Space Lines from the Far Out. Got it. Let's check it out. What do we got here?
This trailer brought to you by Adamdine Gravity Generator. Keep your feet on the ground and your lunch inside your stomach.
It's the Jetsons. Out of fuel, out of luck. Gather your crew. Okay, here's what I think it is. Overcooked, but you're a space taxi. Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not understanding the... Whoa. Oh no. Oh no, threw up! Fucking overcooked. I mean, that makes me wonder if they were actually paid attention to the trailers. Quite obviously not Japanese, but not that big of a deal. Yeah, I think, honestly, I can't tell the difference, but I don't assume everything is one version. You know what I mean? One Asian language. Space Cruise? Maybe a Space Cruise? Yeah, that's a better. That's just lack of my cultural knowledge of understanding the languages. You know what I mean? From the Far Out. First class edition. Ooh. Is there a date? Just says pre-order. No date yet. Siege Muppets mode.
Please welcome co-founder of Coffee Knots, Fabio Rosa, and Twitch's very own Snowlit. Thanks for joining us,
Rosa.
guys.
I love that name.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Thanks for having us.
That was such a cool. Oh my gosh! I have like oh, this is gonna neat. I love the concept of basically kind of. So I'm taking something that's just a normal day life, you know, just getting on a plane, having like a little bit of an airline, and then if you add space into it, like that's
So,
all
yeah,
you need to
okay.
do. And I'm sold. That's exactly it.
Especially
Oh
with
my
Among
gosh.
Us having been so popular this last year, it's just not. I just like keep me in space. I'm a big Trekkie, so you know, and I love Star Wars too. So anytime space is in the equation, I'm like, beam me up. I'm ready.
I love that. So, Fabio, can you tell us about Space Lines? How does it all work?
This game, by the way, is our first game. It started out as a student project, so it's. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks, guys. And,
yeah.
On its surface, it's kind of like it's a retro-futuristic game about the space age of
Let's
the
go, frame break.
60s and the kind of golden Pan Am era of air travel. Like you see in like Catch Me If You Can, but so that's on the surface, and at its core, it's like it's a game for people who love that kind of
Press X to
co-op
doubt.
party game experience. But we should also feature stuff like elements of progression.
This dude's mustache is getting in the
ability to
in the
unlock
mic.
stuff,
I love it.
Dynamically generated challenges, like a kind of like a roguelike game. So there are no predetermined levels. You
Hell
just
yeah.
have to improvise and
Dude, get your
be
mustache
the
in there,
best
man.
space flight crew you can be. So I mean, I guess the best way to summarize it is like if it's the love child of Overcooked and Faster Than Light.
Get all right.
I love both of those.
Here's my thing.
So, Snowy, are you ready to try a live gameplay demo of this?
Yes, I actually got to play the tutorial last night, and it's just really fun. The things you can do on your ship, you can customize so much. Like, you can even change the name of your crew, which is really awesome. Like, just look here. You can just generate different names. Like, it's just really, really fun. Like, I'm enjoying all the little cute details and things you can do.
Scratchy, scratchy, the mustache of the
I should say
MVP of
that
this interview.
this is the demo version of the game, which is a local multiplayer version of it, is now available for free on the Xbox Store. People can test it out.
Wow.
So it's a demo, so it's like it's a
Did I miss
portion
a
of the
message?
game's mechanics. It has one campaign, one starter ship, and a few upgrades. But yeah, it's going to be live on the Xbox Store for the entirety of the month. So yeah, whoever wants to play.
Oh, you can try it right now.
Awesome. Transform Starlight.
The game was
That
rigged
looks
from the
cool.
start.
So Fabio, if you don't mind me asking, what were you doing before?
Oh, let me turn those off. I gotta turn those off. I'm sorry. Thanks, Michaela.
So what was your experience in game development before?
Well, I worked briefly at a studio, and a game studio in Brazil, but that was while I was already making the game. But before that, I was an English teacher, yeah, like I have a bunch of people in my team that used to be other things, like a cashier, a baker.
That's so cool.
And then we kind of met at this this really cool school that we have here in São Paulo. We learned how to make games there, and this project started there. So yeah.
Wow. I love that so much. The fact, like, that's the power of the idea of an Xbox program, is that like anybody can be able to, like, if you want to be able to make a game, and you totally can do that, and there's resources to do that, and this just looks really, really cool. So, Snowlit, what are you accomplishing? What is your objectives right now that you're trying to be able to do?
So it looks like we're going to another station, right? And so you have your crew here. It looks like you can navigate, you can scan for different things. There's a lot of asteroids, and I guess you could run into them, but if you probably should.
It is what it is. You got to be excited. That's the thing.
You can repair your ship
Like
if
these
you
types of
do.
things, you have to pass your
You can also
excitement. You have to
dance in
show
this
it.
game, which I
That
think
gets
is
other
really,
people
really cute. It's like
excited.
a little rhythm game built in. Yes, we got to show you. Hold on. Once we get back to the gameplay,
Yeah, I
but
gotta see the dancing.
it's like a
actually
little
quite cute.
rhythm game.
Yeah.
And you do it like just press the prompt when if you mess up, then your character kind of sweats, but it's really cute.
Just like real life. Just like real life.
Yeah, and a cool part of this, like it's a since it's a non-violent game, it's hard to have like kind of enemies, and it's hard to like make the player fail if you're not doing a good service to your passengers. So we created this villain who is the health inspector. Like if you're doing bad, he shows up.
Nice. Hell yeah.
In his little scooter, and the one way you can distract him is with the dance. So that's a very important aspect of this mechanic.
I love that.
Oh, that is so cool. Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Wait, why did you decide
Seems
on
like you
it?
guys are going the wrong way, I think.
Yeah, we should probably have somebody driving.
Well, I mean, you woke up and you chose chaos, obviously.
How do you know which way to go?
Why did you decide on an intergalactic travel company?
Oh, there you go. On the compass.
That's a good question, but I think there's something about like there's a bunch of retrofuturistic games out there, and we have the impression that they're usually based on futurism from the 40s or like from the 70s, and both of those are very dark. And like in the 40s, everything about space was scary. In the 70s, everything about space was scary as well, again, because of Alien and stuff like that. So we thought that there should be a game that was as optimistic about like this colorful, weird, magical space like in the 60s. Like if you watch Jetsons, like it seems so cool. Like you want to live there, you know?
Why don't we have the pills that you could put in the microwave yet? Like, you know, like how they did on the Jetsons, and that turns into food. I'm still waiting.
That'd be so amazing. So what are the kind of, so when you're on a flight, what are kind of the core tasks that you have to be able to do? Because this kind of has like a bit of like an Overcooked kind of vibe mixed with like FTL. I think that was mentioned in chat earlier. So yeah, what are the kind of things you have to do while you're flying to your destination?
So we love Overcooked, and one of the key different
Overcooked's so fun. Absolute chaos, man. Absolute chaos.
These games is that
they lost the artificial gravity.
Everything in the games is procedural, including the events that happen. So you have all your tools and the little systems in the ship and the stuff you can do, but what happens is actually dictated by this AI, which is controlling what is happening during the trip. If somebody gets sick and starts to puke, or if there's more asteroids or comets or asteroid belts. So you kind of have to improvise with the stuff you have. So you can pilot the ship, you can navigate using the map, you can dance, you can cook, you can like we've tried to get these tropes from sci-fi, like redirect power to shields, you know, that kind of stuff. So you can control the power, and mainly you have to handle the passengers. So if they're getting bored, they might start like pushing buttons and turning off the gravity.
Can you eject them? Can you send them out if you're just like, you know what, this one's too rowdy?
This is the #1 most requested feature we have. And
bro, why haven't we played Overcooked?
I think it says something about.
I retired from Overcooked.
Listen,
when it tested my marriage.
You know, sometimes you gotta get stuff done. If someone's causing trouble, they get the boot. All right.
Hey, yeah, you know, I get it. It's like, you don't want to be rude to the flight attendants here.
Well, but if you are rude to the passengers, the inspector will show up, and he's scary. He's a big guy.
But then you just dance off, and he's just like, "Ooh, look at those moves," and then
he
hit the eject button,
which is really fun to watch.
Yeah. I like that.
I love that. So Snowy, like, what do you got? I saw that there was like your passengers were bored for a little bit. Did you actually make it? Looks like you kind of made it.
We did. We almost ran out of fuel. It was a close call.
Wow.
Good job, guys.
Nice, nicely done. Wow, that is just so cool.
We were a bit delayed, but we still made it.
Congratulations.
Hey, you know what? As you keep playing, like your time can only be able to get better from there. So like what were Fabio? If I'm gonna ask you, like, what were some of the influences for the animation style for this game?
The animation style, it's we wanted it to be.
It's driving me nuts that he has those things on his Xbox, his dev kit.
So we have to kind of figure out.
It's driving me bonkers.
We have like this different
that this stuff is on here.
Like this,
it's killing me.
Muscular alien or this bug alien.
I don't know why.
So
because they look heavy.
It's really cool to see like how Rick and Morty does it, like because they have a lot of
I
different.
mean, Michael and I have
every
sales
episode,
really should
and
do
they have like their different ways of moving. And
I'm only
yeah, really, I mean, Futurama, Rick and Morty, all this kind of like.
What is that on it? It looks like two like like not statues but like awards maybe.
That's cool.
Right?
Well,
It looks like
Snowy,
two
you did a
awards.
fantastic job there.
And they seem heavy.
To our destination. Looks like you're
And
about
it's
to go on another trip.
It's driving me a little bonkers.
But if, before we say goodbye, Fabio, like when can chat be able to expect to be able to play the game?
So as I said, right now we have this demo, which is public and free.
Mhm.
By the way, the game is in beta, so we're inviting everyone watching to go and play and give us feedback.
Cool.
We have a form we set up in our Discord
I love
server,
that.
so go there and make
Very, very cool.
suggestions. We're probably gonna get a lot of "Can I kick out the passengers?" But
Sorry.
we're ready. Other than that, it's coming fall this year on Xbox and PC. And we're actually right now we're opening a mailing list on a website for the pre-order of the special first class edition. Is going to have a bunch of cool content, and it's going to be available for purchase really soon. And yeah,
cool.
So I guess if you like comedy sci-fi like Futurama, Rick and Morty, or if you actually lived through the 60s, like the comedy sci-fi that was the 60s, I think there's something for everybody here. So test it out.
Snowy, any final thoughts?
I'm excited. I can see all the chaos that can happen, especially for people toggling the gravity and, you know, feeding. You can actually feed your passengers food too. Like that's another way to entertain them.
Yes.
So there's a lot you can do on the ship, and so I'm excited. I can see the chaos.
Amplifier Game
especially when you have,
Invest.
like, a
We
group of 4
invest
people
in
just
game
playing
devs.
and, you know,
Ooh, follow.
It's got a lot of potential. I'm excited.
Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. Snowy and Fabio. Fabio, it was great having you. We're excited to play.
My pleasure.
Looks amazing.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you both. I can't wait to be able to play this and jump in and just, you know, run my own sort of intergalactic flight crew.
Oh, that's what
Rebellion.
Rebellion. Okay, Rebellion. Got it.
The entire time. So.
I'll have to keep an eye out for those airlocks just in case. Wow.
I'm
Very
sorry, I'm
cool.
kind of in
Thank
this
you
guy's
so
way.
much. Now,
My
Maria,
bad,
we
Fabio.
actually,
My bad.
We do have
My bad. Let me get your mustache.
another
Scratch, scratchy,
exclusive
scratch.
trailer for you all that we think you're gonna really want. You're gonna
Let me get your
enjoy.
beard.
So here's
Oh,
a
I
look
can't reach him.
at the Artful Escape.
Oh my gosh! No.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. The Artful Escape. Got it. Let's see what this game's all about.
Yo, I'm Johnny Galvatron, and I'm a person who works at Beethoven and Dinosaur. Right now I'm going to be showing you a game that we've been working on since the fall of the Ottoman Empire in 1904. It's a game about
Oh, I have heard about this one. Okay.
called Francis Vendetti. Francis
You
is
can't
the
play it.
English
Has
shadow of
tobacco
his
use.
uncle,
Damn
the
it.
dead folk superstar who many consider to be the voice of a generation.
Very quiet.
Attempting to escape the expectations of his hometown and his own insecurities, Francis embarks on a multi-dimensional adventure to inspire a new stage persona. It's called The Artful Escape. It begins, as many stories do, at home, and Francis's hometown is Calypso, Colorado.
Calypso, Colorado.
Francis, you little bastard. Come to me, my love.
What the fuck?
I think when you're beneath those lights, I might catch a glimpse of my old friend.
What?
You'll believe it's 1955.
Anyway, a bunch of nonsense occurs and Carl Weathers floats majestically into town.
Carl Weathers?
I'm supposed to be a serious folk musician.
Oh, baby, we'll have you back in time for breakfast.
Lena Headey shows up to play a giant floating asymmetrical space head.
Well, if it isn't a fluffy little piece of space dust.
Then it gets a bit weird.
Yeah. And then it gets weird?
We're going to drop you into the Heliotrons now for some musical mischief.
Dig that spacesuit. Holy shit.
The game uses a cipher called the musical key to interact and jam with the multiverse. You can use it to unlock doors, free jam, communicate with the impossible
Tobey Maguire,
creatures, and
Andrew
summon a
Garfield,
pod of
Tom Holland
disco
confirmed.
worms.
Doctor Strange, WandaVision, Wanda Maximoff, Scarlet Witch, Multiverse, Kang the Conqueror.
We've only shown you a little of all the nonsense that happens in the Artful Escape, like boss jams, talk shows, and cosmic lungs. But here's some character customization set to a song written in 1988 by my musical partner Josh Abrahams, who doesn't know I stole it off his computer. Out September 9. Peace.
Let's go. Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. Billy Idol. Game Pass. Woo. No date yet though. Nope, no date.
Megan, you weren't kidding. When you saw that logo, you freaked out.
Well, I read the chat. And it said Artful Escape. I already knew it was Annapurna. I cannot. That game is so incredible. I've been following it since it got announced. I actually got to speak with the dev, the dude who was talking, and he was in surfer shorts. He's so laid back and so chill, and like how he was doing his VO, that's how he is in real life. That game is something I've been looking forward to. It feels like a mix of like Night in the Woods and Oxenfree meets Wander Song. Like,
it looks good.
They're just
it looks good.
So
okay,
it's
work
just so
internet
beautiful, right?
Needs to stop after the start of the space game thing.
I personally I love the art style. Like, this is kind of a game that again I haven't played like stuff like Oxenfree, so like this kind of has that kind of vibe. But what I love about this, because before I got into gaming, my previous career was in radio, so I grew up kind of like with the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s kind of like music. I love the kind of like classic rock style, and like hearing the guitar riffs and the guitar harmonies and just the distortion and like even the voice cast was kind of cool. Like, it just has this neat like look to it that I think in a way only Annapurna can be able to kind of like do in this sort of like epic kind of in this really cool epic way. I'm stoked.
I'm so stoked. Annapurna is like my favorite studio. They just know how to release like the best games. The way they curate games, I already know I'm gonna love it. I'm like, that title card comes up and I'm like, yeah, I'm pre-ordering. I'm saving it. And this one has been a long-awaited one. So it's so cool to see that new gameplay, the customization at the end.
It's coming to Game Pass. Maybe say that.
I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I'm having a moment.
Me too. I mean, I'm just excited. We had to see some amazing games today from the ID at Xbox that are going to be coming soon. We saw stuff for like the Veil, which I'm personally loving. I love that that's there. We got to see just a ton of like
God, there's so many good games.
Just Pathfinder, Paparazzi. We got to know find out like Stardew coming to Game Pass. Like, it's just it's so cool. Like, what are your thoughts of what were your kind of favorite moments of this so far?
Well, I blacked out when I was talking to Eric during that Stardew moment. I got real sweaty. So I think that was my favorite moment, as long as it was okay. Do you think I did all right?
It was good. No, you did great. You did fantastic.
Sarah Bond too. I was trying to be super cool. So, I don't know. Obviously, Artful Escape is like one of the games I've been looking forward to the most. And so that trailer reveal at the very end probably takes the cake for me. But there's so many games I can't wait to play. I have like a little notes list. I'm gonna go back and watch this stream and just kind of like save it is my on. I can't speak anymore, Steve.
It's okay. It's okay. We're right there with you. I'm right there with you. It's okay. We can breathe. We can breathe. It's like we're good. We're done. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Just to let you know, there's going to be some upcoming Twitch gaming shows. Before we say goodbye, we want to let you know, chat, that the Gamescom 2021 Xbox stream is set to happen on Tuesday, August 24th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, hosted by amazing dude Paris Lily and Kate Yeager. I'm so looking forward to that. So shout outs to them. They're amazing creators, and I can't wait to be able to see them host this dang thing. It's gonna be so great. So make sure to follow Twitch Gaming and Xbox's Twitch channels for that event. Also, plus this Thursday, tune in for a new episode of The Weekly right here on Twitch Gaming, hosted by Trisha Hirschberger. And actually, I can be able to say this for the first time. This is kind of cool. And myself, I will be the co-host along with Trisha this Thursday. So it should be a really fun. Yeah, I will. Oh, this is exciting. It should be a really fun show. Again, that's this Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific, only on Twitch Gaming.
And special thanks to all of the devs and the streamers who dropped by today.
Gamescom.
The lovely Sarah Bond from Microsoft, Eric Barone from Stardew Valley, Fabio Rosa, Space Lines from Far Out, Dave Evans, The Veil. That was so cool talking to him and seeing you guys just like go back and forth. I love that. And then Carolina Almeida and David Jimenez. This has just been an action-packed show, and it's been so wonderful getting to know you and co-hosting with you, Steve. You are just so lovely.
Aw, thanks so much. Oh man, so it was an absolute pleasure to be able to hang out with you today and just talk about indies and Xbox. Thank you for being my Uncle Iroh. I appreciate it so much. I have so much to learn, and this is just a little bit into the indie world, and I want to thank you for being a guide. But for those who in the chat who may want to be able to follow you and also be able to find out the indie guide or the Uncle Iroh herself, can you tell us a little, like, where can we be able to find you online?
Yes, of course. I am an internet dinosaur. I've been around for the last 14 years. So you can find me anywhere on social media at Strawberry17, but specifically on Twitch, Strawberry17 Plays. Usually stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, Stardew, GTA, a lot of indie games and pixel art. I would love to get to know some of the people in chat, so stop on by, say hello. But yeah, that's me. Steve, what about you? Where can we find you? Where are you at? Where are you hanging?
Well, yeah, much like you, I'm also like an old internet dinosaur. Been around for a long time, but you can be able to find me on Twitter at Steve Saylor. That's SAYLOR. You can also find me here on Twitch at Blind Gamer Steve, or on YouTube, youtube.com/snowball. I talk a lot about accessibility, and I do accessibility reviews, and I just also fun gaming.
She was fun.
I also get to consult with studios, and I get to kind of talk about that experience, and I just advocate for accessibility in the industry, because as Xbox likes to be able to say, when everybody plays, we all win.
Look at this name right here.
That's true.
Look at it. I missed it.
I love that. I love that you exist.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I love what you're doing,
so
Steve.
That is, thank you, Megan.
No, Steve, you stop it. I'm thanking you. Thank you, and thanks for everyone watching chat. Thank you for everyone at Microsoft for making today possible.
Nice seeing fresh face. Yeah, it is.
And, we'll see you guys later.
That's
what
true.
a good show.
Awesome.
Bye, chat.
Bye. Woo! That was good stuff. Pretty decent stuff. That was a good show. Yeah, that was pretty decent. So I think a highlight for me personally, Artful Escape looked actually surprisingly much more enticing than I thought it was going to look. Other one, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is going to be awesome. That looks really good. Another one, I think my last one would probably either be, I think, Lightyear Frontier or Lab Rat. Honestly, look fantastic. They all look great, though. It was a great showing. Obviously, fantastic job by ID at Xbox, as well as Twitch Gaming. That was pretty solid. Pretty good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, definitely come over to the live channel at twitch.tv, The Jordan Beach. You can catch us live Monday through Friday. We'll play a bunch of different games over there, watching all this different events, talk about video games. And on Fridays, we do an episode of Split Screen. I'm joined by Hermes Akuma, which you can find him on all social media there. All descriptions, all the links for all my social medias will be in the description. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. And come on over to the live channel. We'll talk, have some conversations about some video games. So we'll see you guys. Thanks, everybody.